post-game press conference with head coach Bruce Arians?
Like you didn't know. Great win. I mean, coming here, this is a hard place to win, and beat a really good football team who's playing good. It wasn't pretty the first 30, but it was real pretty the second 30. Part of me was telling Lenny to go down, and so something like that wouldn't happen. But obviously we held on and did it. So good team victory, really good. You know, getting the turnovers, scoring off the turnovers. One of our better halves of football in the second half.
Turnovers are what Indy does best. I think they were the best team in the NFL in turnover margin. What does it mean to get 5 takeaways against them?
That was huge. You know, we felt like, you know, we're going to stop the run and make him throw it 40 times. We'd get a few, and we did.
Shaq, and you're trailing by 10. I think Shaq Barrett gets the strip, the sack, the fumble. That seemed to really.
Oh, that was huge. I mean, you know, because they were moving it. And you know, that strip sack I think changed the whole ball game.
Bruce, how much emphasis did you put on stopping the run? And were you surprised they've dropped back 26 straight times?
Yeah, I mean, nobody runs the ball in us. You know, I don't care who the hell you are. I mean, you're going to end up throwing it because if you're going to run it all day, you're not going to get much. And they did that last drive. You know, we were a little bit playing pass defense, and they ran it on us. But I'll take our run defense versus anybody's run offense anytime.
62-yard touchdown. Sean Murphy-Bunting was in coverage. I think it was single high. Was he expecting safety help on that play, do you know?
If he was, he shouldn't have.
Bruce Fournette, on that last drive, I think he had runs of 11 and 8 yards, even before the touchdown, caught a 13-yard pass. Just what it means to know how he has that much left in the last drive.
Yeah, and I thought, you know, we did a good job of rotating those guys this week. Rowe came in and ran his ass off. So Lenny was good and fresh in the fourth. And, yeah, he gives us that dual threat back there. And when he catches a 5-yard pass, he usually gets 5 or 6 more. And so that's a great security blanket.
I understand that Vita Vea may have lost a tooth during the game. I don't know if you were aware of that or if you
I don't care. You got 30 other ones.
You still played. It looked like you
You ain't gonna play without a tooth. I mean, that ain't nothing.
Bruce, obviously there's been a lot of struggling on the road. This would be a very different story if things hadn't changed things. Can this have help for you on the road beyond?
I don't think there's any doubt. We're gonna play some tough road games, but I don't know if we're gonna play any tougher. You know, with a crowd that was as enthusiastic as this one, and God bless Robert Matthew going in the Ring of Honor, one of my favorite players I ever coached.
Uncharacteristic start though for this offense with you know, the drop pass by Lenny on a third down, and then the fumble by Chris Godwin. What do you attribute that to? Just not being.
It was good defense, really good defense. I mean, Darius Leonard does a hell of a job of punching balls out, and you know, Chris had it secured, and it's just one of those things.
I think Gronkowski led you in receiving. Just what did you make of the big plays he made at big moments?
Gronk. Yeah, I mean, he's huge. You know, there was a couple of times I wish he was in earlier in a couple of drives, but you know, we're watching his snap count pretty good, and so he's successful. But he brings so much. You know, that third down short and a flat, and he runs 11 yards. That's what Gronk does, and that fired up our sideline huge.
Once again, you're dealing with even more injuries. Do you have any idea of the severity of Jamel Dean's shoulder injury?
I have no idea. It's not very good.
Bruce, you already came in down a guard. To have Nick Leverett come in and play almost the whole game, what did that show you?
Oh, I mean, we love Nick. Nick won our hearts in training camp, and he is a battler, you know. But yeah, I think we played 6 minutes and lost 4 starters in this game, and to say, okay, this is going to be a long one, you know. And Devin did come back, but he's not Devin, but he came back. But yeah, to lose those guys, and hats off, Nick will get a game ball, that's for sure.
What does it mean? You went down 2 scores again, you know, coming in 2 and 3 on the road. Felt like, oh, here we go again at some point, you know, for those of us not on the field. But the ability to overcome it.
Yeah, there was a lot of gritting of the teeth at halftime. You know, like, you know, that was not our best, and give it credit to them, they were making plays. But you know, we needed to go out and make something happen. Obviously, Shaq's fumble, then turnovers and touchdowns off turnovers, and we finally got the lead.
What do you think happened there late in the fourth quarter? I don't know if guys are just tired, but when Jonathan Taylor produced that single drive, he had 58 rushing yards and of course the touchdown. Was that just lots of concentration?
No, we were playing 6-man box a lot and playing pass coverage, and you know, they did a good job of sticking with the run. We didn't really think they'd stick with the run.
Bruce, I'm a reporter from a couple weeks ago who asked you about nepotism in coaching. You said there are a few teams you've worked for that have no nepotism hiring policies. Are the Buccaneers one of those teams, and what are the other teams that have had that in place that you've worked for?
I don't even know if the Bucs have that rule, but the Cardinals, I think the Chiefs. There's some others.
What do you say about this team, the fact that they had such a less than stellar start, and for them to be able to come back and close out a game?
Yeah, the game's 60 minutes long. I mean, it's not 30, it's not 25. So we're going to play 60 and see what happens. And we came out, we made what we needed to do. We needed something good to happen to us, and we did, and it snowballed. And I think if we had it all do over, I would have told Lenny to fall down at the 2, and not give him the kickoff return.
You've worked with so many elite quarterbacks. What differentiates Tom from the guys that you've worked with?
They all have the same trait. They hate losing. I don't care what it is, and they're going to do whatever it takes to prepare to win. And they're going to will themselves on the rest of that huddle. And they all have it, and Tom surely has it.
Winfield's Winfield's interception, just how difficult a play that is for a safety.
Oh, man. Yeah, that to be against Pittman, great play by him. He's got great hands, and that was one of the best plays I've seen him make.
What about Robert Mathis made you one of the favorite players you ever coached?
He ain't supposed to be out there. You look how big he is. He's a defensive end. He's in the Ring of Honor because he's one tough son of a. Thanks, guys.